the lesson.
Oh yeah.
Man, now Dizaster's just one of a handful of internationals that you've matched up against.
Yeah.
I guess give us a brief rundown.
Oh shit. So what have I battled? I battled internationally like Shazzam from Sweden, who was the prestigious champion of Got Beef for a little bit of time. Who else? Illmac, two-time Rail Draft champion, of course. Lavos, Dizaster. Oh God, who else? Protege from the Philippines. He was dope. Daylyt, the Saurus. I did the Charron battle, which is like, we don't talk about that, but that was like pretty much like a month after the Diz battle, and well, that was probably like one of my like worst performances in that. Like I fucked that up because a lot of people think like, I think I even like in my insecure state afterwards, I tried to like blame like being on drugs or like being like fucked up, but really like I wasn't. Like I just battled Dizaster when he was like top of the world, and I just wasn't as inspired for that battle as I should have been given the opportunity that it was. Like I went to Toronto and I battled a King of the Dot world domination. Do you know what I mean? Like I fucked up, but like I kind of overdid it because, you know, I had like a 2-year streak where I was like battling every other month, and yeah, I think I just sort of run out of steam. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm mature enough now that I can like just be like I fucked up, but fuck, what else? I'm trying to think if there's any other. No, not really. No other real internationals. A lot of other like classics and like, you know, really dope, high profile, like sort of local, like ones obviously like really anecdote, Defron. I was meant to. They flew me out to New Zealand to do a battle there in Auckland against this kid Scholar, and I flew out there. I was at the event. And apparently, homeboy rolls deep. I was like, shit, me and my missus are there, and I was like, shit, like, you know, it gets to like the end of the event and they're like, oh, Scholar hasn't showed up, G. And I was like, what? And I tried to call out him. They couldn't get in contact with him, and so it was just basically a free fucking New Zealand holiday, which is dope. Shout outs to Daylyt, Toki Cones, Pseudo over there. But yeah, I got back and it turned out that homie got fucking arrested or some shit. So that worked out tremendously in my favor.
Shit.
But I've had a lot of great opportunities afforded to me through battling, man. Like, you know, and then, you know, that's just written. Like the freestyle shit is some of the like my favorites. You know, like I took out that 10 grand Word Adelaide freestyle like battling the likes of Purpose, The Tongue, Joe from Social Change. That was crazy. That was at like Theberton Theatre. It wasn't international, but that was like.
That was in the big box. They had like a boxing ring.
Yeah, it was like a crazy event, bro, because it was like, I believe PJ had like a hand in organizing it, and it was like part of this Word Adelaide festival, and it's like the language of war or whatever. That's how they tied it in. So it was like government like funded or whatever, and so like we couldn't like be overtly offensive. So we had to like, I think one round was like a compliment round. Like one round was like a topical round. I forget what the third round was. One round was a cappella. One round was on beat. One round had simplex beatboxing. It was cool. But yeah, that was wild, man.
What'd you do with the 10 grand?
I actually because I was like finishing up my album at the time, so I put on tour. I did my tour for the album, what it looked like. I brought the brother Rates with me. Greeley came with me. MOC came with me. Whole bunch of us, and we did a tour around the country, and that was good, bro, because it like, you know, it was my first time like touring, and I like was handling the business myself. I was like booked all the venues, and you know, we did all the flights and everything. Like we did, I think, except for Perth, where we linked up with this promoter who like brought us out, but that was cool, and we broke even, which is like pretty much unheard of for like a first tour. Do you know what I mean? Like you generally at a loss, so that was cool, and it was like a big point in like maturity for me, because I was like, it was the first time I like just didn't do some fucking dickhead shit with the money. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking flip this and hustle it. And do you know what I mean? Like, and even like speaking on like maturing in battles and shit, like it's crazy because like I'm like not ashamed of it, but you kind of like grow up with me if you watch my battles, because like for so long, I think for like 20 battles, I was like, I'll get as high as I can and drunk, and I'll do these battles and it'll be cool. People will be like, oh, it's like Maggot and he's battling, but it just really fucking inhibited my performance realistically, and you know, there was lots of stumbling and like it was just shit. And it's only been like the last few years where I'm like, oh, like take this seriously, do it properly, perform. And it's only the last few years I've been able to actually watch my performances back and not cringe. Do you know what I mean? Like,
The lesson. 927. Oh yeah.